This is Gary Butterfield,
This is Cole Ross,
and this is Monster, my podcast.
and these are mummies.
There's a monster in my podcast.
Mm-hmm. Regulars.
Regular mummies, the rank and file.
Yes. Rank and defiled. I thought I still don't like mummies in general,
Okay.
but D&D makes a very strong case for them being cool.
Yes.
I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm okay with mummies. I think that the Abbott and Costello, like, oh, it's just a zombie, but he's got some bandages, is not very interesting. The historical mummies are, interesting. That's cool factually, like, oh, it's another culture and history, etc. And the mastermind mummy, I think, is actually pretty cool.
The mastermind mummy.
Yeah, we're gonna get to those next time. But
oh, you mean the greater mummy?
Yeah. Well, like,
Yeah.
I'm literally just talking about the mummy from the 1998 Brendan Fraser movie, The Mummy, which can command legions and send the scarabs and stuff.
This is when it becomes time to reveal that you know much more about the extended Brendan Fraser verse than I do.
Yeah, I have gone
really know the mummy
to the center of the earth.
Yeah, with him. I've done.
I was 11 years old when The Mummy came out.
Way
and
back,
that is prime mummy time, and it doesn't.
Pleasantville for life.
Brendan Fraser was not in Pleasantville. You're thinking of Blast from the Past, okay?
I am thinking of Blast from the Past. Why did those two movies come out?
They came out very close to each other.
Not when, why?
Pleasantville is actually a pretty good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah,
it's like overly sentimental, but it's got a good cast, and I think it's fine.
I'm more of the majestic man.
Yeah,
I don't like that either. Yeah, I also don't like that. Yeah. So I understand. I don't blame you for being in the pocket of Big Mummy. Like, did you watch Mummies Alive?
No.
Do you know about Mummies Alive?
No.
It's a cartoon about 3 heroic mummies with like different powers that go do stuff.
Oh, this rings some bells. I have no idea. Like, I think I may have seen it, and like I was homesick one day, and like, oh, this is on when I'm not here, and then it was gone. But yeah, like this was part of like the around the incredible crash test dummies time.
Yeah. It's pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
As a show, it was like the same people did Gargoyles.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like that sounds like it would have been of a similar stripe.
It's a real Gargoyles kind of thing. There are 4 mummies alive. Don't at me. I just looked it up.
Don't at him, bro.
Yeah.
So mummies themselves, like the big thing that sets them aside, aside from the fact that they're in desert climes, is the fact that their touch carries a disease.
Yes. So it's like their curse thing, and it makes your like flesh rot away. It drains your charisma and stuff. Pretty big bummer.
Yeah.
I think that this is, and the greater mummies in this like kind of teach me, or kind of give lie to this. The thing that always made me kind of not like mummies though is how they're not like schemers, and they're not very active.
No, they just walk like these ones just walk directly toward whatever's in their lair.
But you have to go to them.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they don't have goals or anything. Like, their goal is literally just like, it's not like a lich. Like, they have the same functionality where they're protecting a certain spot, but a lich does that because he's advancing his schemes and like gaining knowledge.
Well, yeah.
Like, mummies just kind of like, do they just sleep? Like, what do they do when you're not there?
I mean, like literally, it says here, most mummies remain dormant until their treasure is taken, but then they become aroused, and then kill without mercy. Double.
Yeah, they become aroused and fuck without mercy.
But of course, they wrap it up.
Yeah, shrip.
But yeah, like these regular ones, they don't have any agency, whereas greater mummies do. And like, that's the thing that's interesting about liches. That's what makes it the most attractive form of undeath to me. Like lichdom. I think greater mummydom is a lesser version of that. Mostly like it's probably lesser than that for me, because like greater mummydom is more associated with priesthood.
That's true. Like it is kind of like the priest version of a lich.
Yeah. But regular mummies, they're just like we said, rank and file. Like greater mummies can just make them.
And that's the thing about regular mummies, and the reason why they're not that great is because they really are kind of like the Abbott Costello. Like, it's just a zombie with rags.
Yeah.
Like it can touch you and like give you diseases and stuff, but for the most part, it's just a zombie with rags.
Why
are we doing Greater Mummy in this session, or is that
no? That's
separate thing?
That's okay. Another session. I'm going to take us in a different section. Why do they always make mummies sound like they smell delicious? Like every mummy sounds like it smells like a baking cake with it's redolent of spices. Like yes, it's like a shambling mound of cinnamon coming right at you.
Yeah, it's to keep ants away. I don't know. I wonder about that too. But it's one of the things I like about them is they don't smell like death. You know what? One of the not to change the subject again, because I think that's interesting and good. The first time I learned about that though is in the Tales from the Dark Side movie.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever? Yeah. There's like this whole thing with Christian Slater as this like archaeologist, and him getting like a mummy shipped to him at college. I don't remember it very well. Like he gets a mummy shipped to him at college, and he like describes somebody how they made a mummy, and then the mummy comes to life and does the mummification rituals to other people while they're alive.
Oh man!
So like takes the hook and like drags out someone's brain and shit.
That sounds great.
It's pretty cool. It's fucked up. There's also 2 gargoyles there where it's like there's a gargoyle sex scene in that movie, and Debbie Harry puts a kid into an oven. So
I've never seen Tales from the Dark Side. I have, however, I've seen Creepshow because it's fucking Creepshow. But they just released a comic version of Creepshow. So it's, like Stephen King's writing, but it's illustrated like those old EC comic books.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so like it is in that style, and they even have like the Crypt Keeper style narration with panels of like the zombie Stephen King saying, "Ooh, yes, what a ghoulish situation."
Boils and ghouls.
That's
great.
That is fantastic. I've got to give that a high recommendation.
I got rid of the lion's share of my comics collection. I'm getting rid of all of my individual comics, and I have $250 in credit at a comic shop. I have no idea what to do with because I'm like trying to downsize and get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to just get like, because they have those big, beautiful like versions of like old Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Like EC Comics compilations, and
there's worse things to do, man.
Yeah, that shit's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's not mummies. I never saw the Brendan Fraser movie, the remake that they're doing in the woefully misguided idea of the extended Universal Monsters verse.
Oh God, that is such a bad idea.
It's really, really dumb. Did you see the release trailer where they didn't have the music in?
Oh, of course I did.
For the mummy? That was so good.
That was the best thing to happen that week.
Yeah, it was very, very good. And yeah, that was really great.
Pull.
Yeah. I don't have a way to end this because I just want to transition naturally into Greater Mummies where there's more shit to talk about.
Yeah.
There's really nothing
to be continued. Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/duckfeed.tv.